Well, this is a major development. Congestion pricing will not go into effect here in New York City at the end of this month after all. New York's Governor Kathy Hochul announced today that this first-of-its-kind initiative is postponed indefinitely. Now, on this map, you see the area affected. Under the plan, most drivers would have to pay $15 to enter Manhattan at or below 60th Street during peak hours. The governor says the policy's goal was to reduce traffic and emissions, as well as raise money for improvements to the transit system. She released a video statement earlier about her economic concerns.
So after careful consideration, I have come to the difficult decision that implementing the planned congestion pricing system risks too many unintended consequences for New Yorkers at this time. For that reason, I have directed the MTA to indefinitely pause the program.
Let's bring in CBS News New York reporter Lisa Rozner. She's outside of the governor's office here in New York City with more on this. There was such an effort and a push to get this done. Why is the governor reversing course?
Errol, that's a good question. So sources tell CBS 2 part of the reason here is politics, and then the other reason, which she stated pretty clearly in the video, is economics. We've seen inflation, and we see that businesses here in Midtown Manhattan are still struggling to come back from the pandemic. On the side of the politics, what sources are telling us is that this is tied to Democrats needing to win over some seats in the House in the upcoming election. And more polls have been showing that people in areas like Long Island and upstate New York were not supporting this plan.
And I remember, as this was debated, that many people were speaking about how it would adversely impact them. You've got folks who have to come into and out of the city for work. You also have businesses who rely on staff who can live outside the city but work here. And I know you've been speaking with many of them. What's the kind of local point of view on this policy and the reversal?
Yeah, those people that I've been speaking with who really had no choice but to pay this $15 toll that it would have been are incredibly relieved today. One woman, I had been following her throughout her journey last week as she traveled from the Lower East Side, located in the congestion zone, to teach children in the Bronx, to teach underserved children music. She had no choice but to take her car. She told me this would have eaten up about 2 to 3 months of her salary. So eventually she may have had to stop teaching in the Bronx, which really would have been unfortunate for those children at the schools that she serves. Another person I spoke with, a restaurant in the financial district. We all know many people have been working from home ever since the pandemic. And this restaurant in particular has not seen business back up to pre-pandemic levels. A lot of his clientele was coming in from outside the congestion zone, treating it as a nice night out. He was getting ready to potentially lay off 30 to 40 people, projecting that he was going to lose customers because of this.
And that really makes the point. Many businesses have not recovered post-pandemic. The governor says this is postponed indefinitely. I know that some lawsuits may have been brewing. So what happens now? Is this dead for good? Or, as the governor said, will they look at other ways of getting funds to the transit system?
Yeah, there's really no clear-cut answer that I've seen right now from speaking to different political leaders today as to when this may pick up again. We do know that Mayor Adams does support the governor in this decision. He said today that he wants it done right. So it sounds like they will be going back to the drawing board and making sure that this is rolled out in a more thought-out way, and also at a time when some of the New Yorkers that I mentioned can bear the brunt of this cost. The lawsuits, we know that at least one lawsuit is still going forward. That was a lawsuit from truck drivers, because truck drivers would have paid $24 to $36, depending on the size of the truck, to enter the zone. So still remains to be seen when this will go into effect, but we know for now it does not look like it will be this summer.
Folks can breathe a sigh of relief for now, but this is likely not the last time we've heard of it. Lisa Rozner, thanks so much for your reporting. We appreciate it.
Thank you.